The sands of time and the 1,000 conjure words. What is up, alienARMy? I am Oculus, the alien next door, purveyor of esoteric lore. And on this channel, we discuss everything out of this world.
1, 2, 3.
Today's topic, we are going to be jumping right into what exactly I fucking mean by saying
the sands of time and the 1,000 motherfucking conjure words.
the word 1,000 is actually a conjure word. I came to this conclusion earlier today when I was channeling.
Because that's when I formulate all my motherfucking conclusions.
Of course, this is my own philosophy from what I see. Take what resonates with you. This is my channel, so I talk about things that I motherfucking see and how I connect things and put the pieces together. Let me begin by saying that 1,000 is a conjure word, 1,000 is a conjure phrase. I am going to break down this phrase into parts. You will see how this phrase or this word and this word can be utilized to manifest your desires with
maximum power potentiality.
That's fucking nifty, isn't it? Let's contemplate for a moment 1,000. This is a great example in terms of pop culture, the words 1,000. You see it all over the place in song lyrics, in movies, in sayings that occur on the 3D Earth matrix. And the reason why it is there is due to a subconscious level of occult symbolism. Now, occult symbolism, I'm sure you are well aware of, are things that are beneath the surface, things that you read between the lines. 1,000 is a conjure phrase, 1,000 is a conjure word, and these can be found all over in examples of pop culture as well as your own personal experiences. It's a very charged up phrase, it's a very charged up word. Some examples in pop culture are House of 1,000 Corpses, the movie by Rob Zombie, 1,000 Years, which is a song by Christina Perri, 1,000 Miles, which is a song by Vanessa Carlton.
And I'm just gonna throw in a little bonus round because it's my personal fucking favorite.
Also, it's the motherfucking jam. And that is the song 500 Miles, which we know 500 plus 500 equals 1,000. This is a song by the Proclaimers. And if we want to look, there are two of them. So if they are each walking miles, which is part of the song lyric, you can take that into consideration as 1,000. The ones that personally resonated with me were the movies Rob Zombie, House of 1,000 Corpses, and this song 500 Miles, which they say I would walk 1,000 miles.
I'm not even going to begin to sing that.
We'll just leave that alone. Those are just some examples of how 1,000 and 1,000 are charged up on the 3D Earth matrix plane, and they are charged up because they're actually conjure words which you can use to benefit you in manifesting your desires, because that phrase and that word 1,000 do carry a lot of weight. We will explore that momentarily. A very quick and wonderful shout out to today's sponsor, Mr. Motherfucking Thing with 1,000 Eyes. Yes, friends. The Thing with 1,000 Eyes is in essence all the eyes of the eye, which you are the eye. You have eyes all over, so no thing shall ever be kept hidden from you if you wish to know it. You have eyes and ears all over when you are operating at your prime mode, in sync with the universe. If you want some information on any topic, rest assured that the Thing with 1,000 Eyes will always present to you that which you desire to see. It will energetically tap someone or something on the shoulder, metaphorically speaking, and be like, yo, listen, this motherfucker right here wants to know this, needs to know this, desires to know this. It's going to take that information because it's like a big brother type of thing. They have eyes and ears all over the place, spy cams, and then they present to you you that which you desire to know in that moment, that will behoove you the most. The thing with 1,000 eyes is constantly presenting to you information for you to evaluate and regard and observe and decide what you want to do from there based upon the information. This is another way of looking at remote viewing. If you want to look into someone's room and they are 6,000 miles away, the thing with 1,000 eyes, that's how you get there. You understand all is one, you are part of the all. The thing with 1,000 eyes has spy cams set up all over for you. As long as you are operating at that octave of the universe as the eye of the all, then you understand if you are the all, then no thing can ever be kept secret or hidden from you. Thank you, Mr. Thing with 1,000 Eyes, for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to the show. Ponder, if you will, how many times, in what ways have you heard or seen or read phrase 1,000? Those were just some examples that I gave. I'm sure you can think of your own in pop culture, just based upon your own personal observations. So now we're going to get into something else which propelled me to talk about this video, which is, as we're talking about the personalization of the 1,000, this was actually a creature that came through one time whilst I was channeling, and it was called the thing with 1,000 eyes, which 1,000 and 1,000, we could think of that the way it was conveyed to me. They kind of correlate into the same thing, but either which way, the thing with 1,000 eyes is something personal that presented itself in my experience. So do not negate the fact that you also might have the word 1,000 or 1,000 that presents itself to you in another way that is not necessarily based upon pop culture. So the thing with 1,000 eyes, just to touch on very, very briefly, is 1,000 eyes. You have eyes all over because you are the universe observing itself, observing you. So essentially, the thing with 1,000 eyes can be likened to the universe looking back at itself in thousands of different reflections. That's all I'm going to say about that. That might be another topic altogether.
But I don't want to digress too much because I usually fucking do.
So let's stick to the main motherfucking topic, shall we? Well, shall I? One, Latin, unus, meaning one, single, only. 1,000, Latin, millia, meaning multitude, many. Skit, thou, Old English, Germanic, you, archaic form of you, Latin tu, send, Latin mite, meaning cast, send for, let go, sand, Latin arena, meaning theater. Now that I have given you the technical definitions, let's discuss metaphorically and philosophically what the fuck these definitions mean to me and perhaps to you. One essentially equates to you as the one observing from the individual focal point of your consciousness. You are the one, you are the only one in your universe, but you are being reflected back to yourself via the thing with 1,000 eyes from all over the place. It's that mirror effect, a little trippy, but we kind of like that shit over her. And this is meaning that you, as the one in the 1,000, that is your conjure word that you are declaring from your focal point, from your own personal one perception of consciousness in that moment. Because when we want to manifest something, we set one point in time to manifest of yourself, by yourself, for yourself. You are the one that creates the experiences that present themselves to you from the all. And you understand that you are the one who has the power within you to conjure whatsoever you desire to see in your physical realm environment. So now we have the word thou, and this translates into you. If you want to think of yourself as the one, now you are speaking as the conductor of the orchestra, which is the universe. You as your one being, you are commanding, you are saying, you, thou send. You send, that is a command, that is action. You are commanding the universal sources to present to you. You are speaking directly to them by saying, you, one, I am here, I am one focal point of consciousness. I am having a conversation with the universal forces that are me as well, because we already discussed that briefly. So I'm commanding those aspects of myself that are outside of myself, seemingly, because they might not be part of my physical vessel, but they are still part of me. I command you, I'm having a conversation with you, thou. You are commanding. That is how we are taking the word thou as you. It's a conversation like you are speaking to the universe. So if I am the conductor of the orchestra, I say,
you play the harp like this.
You play the cello like that.
It is a direct command from the one speaking to the you, whoever that may be, whatever type of energy that may be. Now let's take thou and send together. So first we're going to go by the spelling S-E-N-D, and thou send. Now we're saying you send. When we explored the definition of send, this is essentially a word that can equate to the word cast, as in casting a spell. You are sending energy out there, and because this word means send, you're putting it out there. But with the contradiction, as a lot of words are, they mean the same thing, because if we go back to the definition that we just mentioned, that means let go. So you are sending it out and you are letting it go at the same time simultaneously. That is how manifestation occurs best and most naturally. You send it out once, but at the same time you let it go. So it's sent out, let go. Sent out, let go. Sent out, let go. Drop it, drop it, drop it. After you send it, send it, send it. After you cast the spell, after you say, thou send, you are commanding the orchestra, thou send me B note on this instrument. I ain't gonna stress it though. I know that I sent you a command. I sent it. Thou send. So you send back to me that which I am sending to you. It is casting a spell. It's saying you, meaning the orchestra, meaning all of the elements that are present on your table of instruments, universal instruments such as the magician utilizes on his table. Air, fire, earth, water. We're going metaphorically. You're commanding all the elements. You're saying, you, I am sending this to you. Cast this spell. You do that for me. But you let it go, and you know and you trust that it shall be done as you so spoke. And because you are part of the universe through the thing with 1,000 eyes, you understand as you are commanding those other aspects of you that seem like they're outside, they're still part of you. That's why we're saying thou send. You send that energy out, but you also send it back to return to the source of that energy, which is you. You send it out, you let it go, it comes back to you. It's like a faster version of a boomerang. Let's go with that. Now we are going to break down thou send, which is the way that the numeric 1,000 is spelled. But if we break apart this as well and say thou sand, now you are commanding the sand, which is what I spoke of in the intro, the sands of time. When we want to think of the sands of time, which that's a pretty charged up phrase too. So when we are saying thou sand, we want to take this in the term that we stated in the definition, which pretty much translates into theater or arena. We take that, we say sand, the theater of the 3D earth matrix, and the arena, your environment that is around you right in the moment. It's like the arena of the bubble of energy that surrounds you in every moment. You can move and your arena will move as well, both physically as well as energetically. So when we're talking about thou sand, you theater, you arena, also you sands of time. The sands I am taking metaphorically, the sands of time, because when you are conducting your orchestra, you're able to bend time, you are able to maneuver through time. That is how manifestation occurs. Things build, they take time to build. The sand is representative of the 3D matrix forming and shape-shifting itself. It's also, we could look at like if you're sanding something down, you're molding it, you're carving it to like the smoothness of your expectation of it. We can also take sand in that manner as well. But with time, the sands of time, You, sands of time, you shall move, you shall mold, you shall bend, you shall shape shift before me, shaping the 3D physical material matter in front of my eyes, in front of the theater that is the 3D earth matrix, of the arena that I am witnessing now with my 2 physical eyes, because I have already seen it from the one point of focus, which is the 3rd eye. So with this phrase, you are commanding the sands of time to mold before you and present to you present equals gift.
Wordplay, anyone? That's right.
And then it presents to you, your 3D surroundings present to you, gift to you, that which you instructed that orchestra of the universe to play. We're talking in metaphors, you know what the fuck I mean.
So when we take into consideration that 1,000 essentially equates to multitude, many, or skit, we think of the many different ways that the universe can bring what we desire to us in the most divine and perfect way. We understand that this 3D Earth Matrix reality is merely but a skit, a sideshow, something to take for entertainment and something to take joy from and abundance from in a multitude of many different ways. This is also to take into consideration that the universe is the one that will deliver unto you that which you desire, and there are a whole multitude of ways that your desires can be delivered, presented, gifted to you in front of your very eyes, that which you have already seen via the 3rd eye.
So now that we have broken down the phrase 1,000, we can see the different ways that it can be interpreted. We want to get to the root of the archaic definitions.
Archaic definitions so much fun. Ugh.
So to tie this all together beautifully, we are going to recap. We're going to say, 1, you are the focal point, you are the source of it all, but you understand that you are being reflected back by the thing with the 1,000 eyes in the all. You are commanding that portion of yourself because you are the universe. You are commanding it, you're having a conversation, much like the conductor conducts the orchestra. Now you are saying you will play this in B flat, you will play this in C sharp. However the fuck you wish to cast the spell, that which you wish to see, that which you want the sands of time to mold and shape shift, bend time, to present to you in the arena, in the theater, that is the matrix of your surroundings. That is simply what you do. You always want to start in the thousands. So if you're trying to manifest something, however you want to do it, and I don't want to give you any phrases or conjure phrases because, you know, it really is best coming organically from you. Let's say if you just want to go 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000,
Boom.
then that is something that you could do, but that's just one example. So 1,000, however you want to take apart that phrase, take apart those words, put it in your own words, understand that it is a very high conjure word. It is high vibration for all of the reasons that I encapsulated, and the amount of time in the 3D realm that it takes the sands to mold and shapeshift to present, gift you with that which you wish to see is all going to depend on your vibrational output. We do know the essentials. You want to cast the spell, let it go, because it means the same thing as we discussed in the definition, and you have already in your mind that which you want to see, that which you know you will see, and time ceases to exist, because when you know something is happening, you already know that because energetically you're aware of it, that it already means it is happening. It's slowly coming down to shapeshift. The less you focus on the time that the sand takes to build, then the quicker that it is going to arrive to you. So when you drop something, when you let it go, know that that is the quickest way that you cast your spell, and it is delivered to you in a timely manner. When you're not thinking about the time, that is when it arrives quickly. If you're too focused on the clock, if you're focused on the linear 3D version of time, then it's just going to simply take longer for you to manifest that which you want. Whereas if you're focused on the sands of time being material, being the dimension where the ethereal molds and shapeshifts and come down into the physical, you can think of that as time as well. The sands of time. That is the proper utilization of the sands of time, because you already know you are the focal point. You command as you have a conversation with the other aspects of yourself that which you desire to see. You drop it, you let it go, you cast the spell, and then you understand that the sands of time are going to mold and shape shift, and it's already done, and all you have to do is just stay in the 1000s. Remember, 1000, 1000, thou send, thou sand. Always start in the thousands. Know that which you speak shall be presented, gifted to you in the physical, as long as you're not focused on the time and you keep your one focal point on that which you desire to see, but at the same time letting it go. I am Oculus, the alien next door. We will chit chat again soon.